Okay guys, welcome back to Jay's Strategies, where we talk about the latest and greatest crypto news and much more. We're going to dive right on into this day. We got a rocking and rolling, a lot of moving, a lot of volatility in the market, and some real bullish meme coins, altcoins, and much more. Let's go ahead and get with it. Alright, diving in live, we're going to go ahead and pull up over here on YouTube so we can grab our links and we can go ahead and see the chats and tweets. We're going to start pushing and moving. This is going to be the channel that we're rocking for 2023. So get with it. A lot of information is going to be flowing through here. So for you guys that know me, Jay Strategies, Trades for Radio. We got a new Twitter that we're pushing and pumping here. Okay, and we got a lot of new stuff that we're going to be putting out, and I am going to be looking for the best projects throughout the year in order to pair them with the DEXs that are multi-chain, as long as they have the teams that back them. And I found some really good gems out there, really cool teams, some really cool people, and some people that actually know how to work and do their task and delegate and run and manage a team, which is awesome, and I love to see that. Okay. We're going to hop in. We're going to talk about the charts because I know you guys are shaking and rocking. You're like, oh man, we got to figure out where he's moving. So we're going to talk about the hybrid chart a little bit during the sessions and what happened. All right, and then we're going to look at a little bit of news here and talk about what's happening in the markets because of the banking system. So U.S. had some problems with the banking systems that ended up collapsing, and what happened was bank runs happen, and people want to withdraw their money from it, and there's only a certain amount of insurance that's insured on insured deposits, and when that goes over certain amounts, then they have to shut down and stop withdrawals of money, which creates more fear and panic across the market, and the smaller banks really suffer from it. So what the government overall in the United States is trying to do, okay, is they're trying to show you that your funds are safe. But we're going to look at these different charts so you guys can see dollar index at 103, so it did pull back, and this is on the daily. RSI turned down, so if we are going to be going into this oversold territory, which I'm going to be watching for the next few days, so if we tap that, there's going to be more movement into different assets, commodities, and then cryptocurrency. All right, you can see the Bitcoin dominance has pulled up immensely because a lot of people are laddering into the Bitcoin because of it is a store of value. All right, so there's store of value over a long period of time. So if you're thinking 401ks and retirement plans, and say you're putting in money monthly and you're DCAing and you do that over a 10-year, 20-year period of time, the price is going to be different than it was when you first started your investments. So you can utilize that and get with financial advisors, and also watch information, news, Google it, ask questions. Swing by the Telegram chats, you know where I'm at. I have all the links inside the information. You can also hit me up on Twitter, and we're going to have all that out there and rocking. So we want to push this together on this Twitter too. And also, you got the skills, show me what you got it, because this next one we're going to be spinning up and doing spin-offs and growing these Twitter bigger so we can grab the overall market itself and in between chains, because it would be awesome to have utilize different D apps that automatically swap in between chains and then be able to utilize it all the way into people that are not able to bank and just have prepaid cards where they can just go to the store, scan the QR code, and be able to utilize it across all the different chains, and then also doing investments and doing learning sessions. So we're going to have learning sessions, and you're going to see a lot of stuff happening this week, and stick with it, and I'm going to be dropping videos with it, and we're going to be going ahead, and we're migrating one of the big projects that we were rocking and pushing on. We're going migrating over to Ethereum, and we're building out the massive utility there over on Ethereum, and we're going to collaborate with projects, and we're going to go ahead and push this out. And I'm going to talk about another project that I did a video for them, and they are pushing, they are bullish, they have a lot of information out. CS child support, rocking to them, okay, rocking in their chats, and definitely pushing out bullish information, and live right now going ahead to show you guys. So all you guys get that mad love and respect. Let me go ahead and copy those links for you guys, and we're going to jump into the prices. Okay. All right. Let me just drop this inside here so that way And I'm going to actually, let me swing, I don't know why it's swing off there. Okay. So then you guys can swing by there, and I'm also going to drop the tweet about it over here on the Twitter page that we got rocking out over here. Make sure that we got that information inside the Twitter page so we can go ahead and push it out to you guys. Okay. All right, so now that we swung by all of that information, let's go ahead and talk about the overall cryptocurrency market. Today's overall cryptocurrency market is at $1,139,000,000,000. So we're going to take a look at that because we did have a nice move to the upside once we hit that 1 trillion mark. So we're 140 billion above that 1 trillion. 69 billion, 69.3 billion in volume, okay? For 24 hour. All right, Bitcoin dominance at 46.1 and ETH dominance at 18.5. So we did see some dominance moves towards the upside on Bitcoin, and that's definitely a lot of on-chain information. And then when we do our more in-depth detailed videos, okay, we're going to talk about that, and we're going to be making a suggestion if we're going to be moving a section over here onto YouTube to do those too for you guys. All right. GUI right now, gas is at 21 GUI, sitting right there, and we're pushing. Look at this, cryptos that are on there through CMC and exchange listings and much more. Here we go. Bitcoin coming in at 27,139. On the 24 hour, it's pulled back 3.1%, but on 7-day, it's up 11%. Overall market cap for Bitcoin is at $524 billion, and 24-hour volume is 33.4 billion in volume right there. I want to continue to watch this and utilize this because the miners in the market, and you can see the mining network and the hash rates are really getting extensive and they are growing fast. So Bitcoin network has never been at its strongest points right now. Ethereum coming at $1,722. 24 hours, pull back 3.9%. 7-day up 4.3%. We're at $210 billion market cap for Ethereum, and then 12.3 billion in volume for Ethereum today. Okay, USDT. All right. So for USDT, you can see, okay, the fluctuation. It's now at $77.5 billion market cap overall, and it had $50.7 billion in volume. So USDT is inching itself up billions at a time. So this is something that they need to really utilize and watch, because these stable coins are starting to really grow some massive numbers and massive volumes. So we actually want to know that we are safe when we're in our stable coins and when we're in our USDT and USD. BNB at $320. 24-hour down 4.5%, and then 7-day up 4.5%. So we're hitting that mark right there at that 320. $50 billion, so $50.6 billion market cap. And then, like I was telling you before, for that BUSD move, look at that, 1.2 billion in volume into BNB. All right, so that's how we're seeing the volume move, into through BUSD and to BNB. USD coin, all right. $34.6 billion market cap and 6.1 billion in volume. Okay, and that is for USDC coin, and it's number 5 right now on the spot. Okay, so we're watching the volume that's actually flowing from there to actually see what's on the sidelines. XRP at 42 cents. Okay, 24 hour it's down 9.7, but in the 7-day we're up 16.6%. $21.4 billion market cap and $3.4 billion in volume today. And we've been talking about XRP as a massive mover as far as transfer of value. And you could see that in that volume, them using the Ripple net and all the other stuff that's going to be utilized in order to transfer value from one company, one person to another without having to wait for the banking systems. And with everything that's happening with the bank, people are getting more confident inside the cryptocurrency sectors because they see that now they can't spam, they can't pull the wool over your eyes because everything's on the blockchain. So if you know where you're rocking and what you're working with development wise, okay, and you follow and you do your own research, you will know what is out there. So always do your own research before you spend anything, okay? Cardano at 35 cents, okay, down 3.5% in 24 hours. In the 7-day, it's up 9.9%. $12.3 billion market cap and 797 million in volume. Dogecoin, okay? Dogecoin's sitting right here at the number 8 spot, okay? It's at 7 cents, so it's almost at 7.5, so we'll say to the lower side of 7 cents. Okay, today, pullback 3.25%, and then in the 7-day, we're up 6.3%. We're at 9.7 billion, so we're below that 10 billion. That's been a huge level for Dogecoin. So I want to see if it does start to pick back up above those levels with their volume and with utilizing as forms of payment. So we'll actually see how this actually moves along this year, because there's going to be a lot of stuff as forms of payment and etc. All right, Polygon Matic, the one that we talked about, the one that we saw ripping on those daily charts, okay? Number 9 spot, it's at $1.10. In 24 hours, it's pulled back 3.33%, and the 7-day pulled back 1.23%. Market cap is at 9.6 billion and 580 million in volume today. I like to see that, yeah, Dogecoin was above that, half a billion, so it's at 694, so 700 million. So that's actually higher, on the higher side of usual than what we're seeing. And then number 10 spot, Solana at $21.31, and 24-hour pullback 5.1%, but in the 7-day it's up 10.5%. Market cap on Solana is sitting right at 8.1 billion, okay? And then that's our top 10s that we had moving here, okay? Let me just make sure that I don't, okay, yeah. That's our top 10s that we have moving over there. Let me just swing back over here real quick. And we are in it to win it. Alright. Just making sure I can hear if anybody hits the speaker. So yeah, we're chilling. We're chilling and we're pushing with it over here. Telegram, you guys can come rock out. Mad love and respect to this. We're just, rocking out and showing you guys what's happening in the markets. Okay. All right, let's swing on down here. All right, so XRP, Cardano, Dogecoin, and then, okay, BUSD. All right, BUSD at that $8 billion market cap, so 5.7 billion in volume, and that's the volume that we were looking and we were watching as far as the markets there in the overall markets for BUSD. Okay. Now, and then we got Polkadot, Litecoin, Shiba. Shiba's number 14 right there. You see that it's pulled back. We talked about this, the volume dying out. We're just waiting for the Shibiorium, and we'll end up doing more in-depth detailed information about that. Let's go ahead and pull up. Okay, yeah. List it right there. We were doing the ranking information here. You got the tokens, you got the pullback, you got their data on it, and we were actually showing charts on here. Let's go ahead and get with it. Okay. Alright, so yeah, they just got listed over there at Bitmart, so you swing over here, and this is what we're watching on the charts and seeing how they're getting that support right there, which is awesome. You can go ahead and swing over there and hit your information. I gotta actually hit that, but I'll do some tweets over there and smash that love for the project. So we got all that happening. Let's see. Okay. All right, so we just wanted to show you those charts, and then also you can go ahead and swing over a bit more, and you can get more information from them, and you can actually get the Telegram video links, okay? And we'll put them all in the description for you guys, and also hit those tweets, all right? Okay, so to the charts. We talked about the dominance. USDT, see, dominance pull back after they flowed into it. Let's go to Bitcoin. All right. Bitcoin on the charts. We're just going to run through this real quick for you guys so you guys can see what's happening and what's going on right now. And then we'll have more in-depth, in detail information as we rock out into Thursday's daily open on the New York session. But this is how we ended our day. You can see gold did pull to the upside. People were actually moving into safe havens, better asset value. US 10-year, okay, did pull back and is sitting at a level of support. So we're actually watching that to see what's happening on that. The S&P index, okay, and you can see on the daily, okay, it did close down 1.7%, about 7 points. So that was a bearish pullback, and then you can see it reflecting on the chart. So Bitcoin on the daily, okay, it did come all the way up, and we did hit that 800 EMA. So if we close below that, okay, we can expect us to start, moving some ways down into these support areas, which are the top of the vector candle zones at that 24,500 range. That would be a range that I could see us, reskating back and hitting that target depending on what happens on our opens for tomorrow. We can go ahead and swing right over here into the 1 hour, okay, for a little bit of a shorter term, and we can show you what's happening. It's in the Sydney session right now on the 1 hour. Okay, and you can see that's on the 1 hour, and it's in the Sydney session right now. Let's actually bring it down to the half hour for you guys, so I can show you the half hour on Bitcoin, shorter time frame, and then we'll move from there. But this way you can see. Okay, so you see these different boxes. The red box is the New York Times, and then you can see New York closes, and then we get the Sydney session, and then you can see after Sydney it's Tokyo, Hong Kong. So that way we know all the different sessions that are coming in, and that's an indicator. You can go to indicators and type in traders, TRADE. Traders Reality, okay? And that's the indicator that is utilized a lot by market makers and algorithmic information. You can see M0 pivot zones all the way up to our M5 pivot zones, so we know where we're going to pivot in price action. We have our moving averages on all of our different time frames, and then from 1 hour, half hour, all the way down to 5, 3 minute, you have utilization of the different markets and your moving averages. And I use that along with the RSI just, to give me an idea of which way are we heading up in those trends in those lines. Okay? So you can see, like we were talking about before, that, we're pulling into this candle here, half hour pulling down. We did get down over there to the M0 pivot zone. We barely touched it right there, but that would be below 26,560. So if it closes below that, then we can see that, touch of the area of support where we did wick out at one point right over there to the 26,560. So if we break below that, then we will actually have to see some more action to the downside if that's where the volume does pull us. Okay, so that's what we're looking into, and then that's the overall in the 30 minute. Let's go ahead to Ethereum. Let's show you the 30 minutes. So we're sitting right down here on the 30 on the Ethereum, okay, and you can see where we didn't actually come all the way down to the M1 pivot zone, okay? The M1 pivot zone is at, 1,700 even. We actually did hit right here below yesterday's low, but we actually didn't close any candles below that. So we want to actually make sure that we don't close any candles before that. And the RSI is starting to turn up on that 30 minute, all right? Let's go into a longer time frame, and let's go ahead and see onto the 1 hour for Ethereum right here. 1 hour for Ethereum in the Sydney session, okay, into that next box. M1's down there. We are above yesterday's low and our psychological low, okay, to turn to the upside is, 1,750. So we do want to see it come up to those levels, and we'll utilize the different markers that are happening during these sessions because of the Asian session opening up. All right, let's go ahead and shoot right into the daily chart right here, okay. So we're rocking with the daily chart. All right, I just have to plug this speaker in over here. Okay. All right. All right. And then that is on the daily for Ethereum. Okay, so the daily for Ethereum, we are above the 50. That's the 50 EMA. We did not pull below it. We had those vector candle areas when we did pull above the 50 EMA, and then we crashed right into and hit an as resistance on the 800. Okay, so overall time period, we're seeing this pullback, which is actually interesting because it will let me know to either ladder into my positions because we are going to hit a next leg up, or are we going to come below those moving averages. All right. You guys want to see BNB. All right, BNB having a vector candle to this move. All right, and we'll see it's on the daily. So I want to see, is BNB going to retrace itself back to the 50 EMA on the daily to 305? It's at 320 right now. Let's go ahead and go into the 1 hour for BNB. I'm just getting this all fit in for you guys here. The 1 hour, we did wick out below the M0 pivot zone, okay, and we're still pulling towards the downside on this Sydney session. If we do close another below that M0 pivot zone, we are looking on the 1 hour chart, you know, at the 800 EMA below that 310 mark. And I would think that we would actually hit that and, you know, catch a nice little rally to the upside. But we are pretty far pulled away from the 50 EMA. And the 50 EMA is heading down towards that 200. We don't want to see that cross in the next hours, but that would give us more pressure to the downside. All right. And then that's on, okay, and then let's go down to shorter, a little 30 minutes, so we can see here, okay, about 9 minutes left of that. That's pulling to the upside. You see the 5 turning up. The RSI is turning up towards that on that upside, which is actually awesome. And we can all see that happening. Shout out to you guys rocking over here, pushing it, okay, and that's on our Binance coin. Let's go ahead and just swing real quick into the other coins just so we can tell you what exactly is happening out there. You got your XRP is at that 42-cent mark. So we had that big vector candle, and we are coming right back to this area, which is at the 200 on the daily. All right, we don't want to close below that. We want to actually continue and make this level at the 42 to 43 cent level a nice level of support. Doge, okay? Doge sitting that 50 EMA, okay, still sitting below that 200 on the daily. We need to see that start turning up, but Doge actually has some volume come into it, so we're going to be watching this in the next day or two to see if we do pull to the downside more and come back into the vector ranges at the 6 cents, or do we continue to the upside and close candles above that 50 EMA, okay? And that would be at the 8 cent mark. All right, now just to let's go ahead and show you the Matic. Okay, after our massive run and our pullback, and we hit that 200, this was actually excellent. You know, utilizing the moving averages on a overall daily scale. We are mid-range still sitting there on the daily, turned down a bit on the RSI here, and we're heading towards it. So the 200 EMA would be there at the $1.03, so I'd say $1.04 if we do tap that to move back towards a relief rally back towards the upside at $1.15. Okay, Shiba Inu on your daily, you can see we are grinding right at this bottom, so I'm getting ready to see what moves will be made when we do tap out these wick levels, because I feel like we're going to hit one of these wick levels and we're going to see some movement in the markets because of the development that's happening behind the scenes. Bitcoin sinks below, all right? And we're talking about the Federal Open Market Committee, FOMC, all right, raising interest rates, and this time in a quarter point. So they're doing 0.25 interest rates. We will drop all the information inside the Telegram channels and much, much more. Don't forget to swing by the Twitter page, hit it, okay? And we're going to grow that up, and we're going to push that and pump that. Mad love and respect to you guys that are rocking out over here. Go ahead and hit it and get with it. CS, you guys are pushing and pumping it, and you guys have, well, mad respect to you guys. Shoot over to the project. We're pushing it and we're getting out, and we're going to be launching it, rocking it for the latest and greatest. Mad love and respect to all you guys out there, because we're chilling and we're getting with it. You were just chilling and chilling with Jay Strategy, where we talk about the latest and greatest crypto news.